Morning everybody, Mike from Usually Broken Cars. So I am down at Howard Brothers today. I'm at their wonderful shop and yeah, couldn't be happier. So we're going to start attacking the paintwork on the Golf. I've got Mike with me, he's hiding over there. Ross is in the shop and Luke's in there. So we're going to have a go at getting the paintwork on the Golf sorted. Yeah, so let's get into it. Honestly, can't say how nice Ross and Luke are. They are an absolute pair of legends. Jump onto their website and from there you can get the address, etc., telephone numbers. But honestly, don't take the final product of the Golf as any kind of resemblance of their work, because it is fantastic. My goal for when the Golf rolls out is to have the dent over that rear arch sorted, the stone chips in the bonnet just tidied up, but the main thing is this massive great dent here. I want to get that done and I want it to look tidy. That's the main thing for me. Mike's starting off by pressure washing it, and as you can see, it's filthy. It's been stood for like 2 years and there is no point in doing paintwork with it that poor. We gave it an iron out, fallout remover on the paint to try and loosen up some of it, because again, if we're painting we want to tidy it up, and that's a Spoidy. Next we washed it with just a contact wash with washing up liquid, because it just pulls any product off of the surface. Quick dry into the workshop. Let's get into it. Let's do some body work.
Grind that grind that clean, wire wheel it, stone wheel it, as much as you can to get all the shit and muck out of the pitting.
Right, okay.
There are rust treatments out there, they're not all that good, so we just tend to epoxy prime it because they're like zinc rich and really hold back the
shit.
corrosion.
Yeah, okay.
So once the repair is done to, say, this line here, this swage line,
yep,
and then if you can keep the sanding marks local to that area, you then prime to about here.
Yeah.
Once you flatten the primer back, you've got a nice soft edge there to about there.
Yeah.
And then you'd have to put colour minimum there on a silver plus a blend, because the way the metallic lies on a silver is a nightmare. Okay. So if we were to do it here as a job,
yep,
we'd blend into the bumper as well.
Okay. So then what we're saying is as well, so with this door, we're gonna take the skirt off.
Yeah.
And then we're going to reshape it and basically do the exact same process again.
Yeah, we're going to bash down the sill, maybe pin pull it out if it's gone in from the outside, and then yeah, same process. Clean it up, treat it, prime.
Oh wait, hang on, no, we're doing that, aren't we? Did you get that on video?
Oh yeah.
Good. No, it's good. Okay, so 120 grit. I'm going to basically take this back to bare metal using the 120. I've never done this, and I've never ever put a sand in my car, so this is going to be interesting. So I'm quite surprised how quickly that's actually gone through to the bare metal. So it's not obviously particularly deep rust.
It's nice it's not rusty, considering looking at the tunnel that it's going into. It's very rusty.
Stop it! I pulled my pants a little. Wow. Do you want to shoot for?
Hi!
Do you want to try and get underneath?
It's the best offer I've had all day.
You can take the I think it's a new plastic skirt, mate.
Let's cover it up. Oh. That's the head of that.
Oh.
Oh, look at that. That's been collecting some...
That's been collecting some crud in there, isn't it? Good job we left the pressure washer out. That's right. We're using the wire wheel just because it's that bit harsher than the sanding disc, and it just helps to get in there that bit more. I don't know how close you want to be.
Small hammer does the thing.
Hang on. This one?
Yeah. Jump to the biggest hammer.
Yes, you can laugh, but that was actually bloody heavy. But it did work. It did actually start to shape it, so it went on for a bit longer. But yeah, we got it to somewhat of a shape that we wanted to. We then used one of these sticky wheelie jobbies to get all of the remaining glue and, you know, sealant off where the old skirt had been stuck to it. Obviously, same process for the dent in the sill. Give it a good clean up, ready for us to start working with it.
Right, so this is an electric pinball. So what you want to do is, bit by bit,
Oh, it's not like that. Yes, there's no glue. Luke did say that if it was a paying customer doing a proper restoration, they likely would have cut it out and put a new sill in place instead of it looking like a sieve.
So there's a couple of fillers. There's a heavy fill.
So what are we doing then?
Well, we're going to do a heavy fill to start off.
Okay.
Because it holds itself better.
Okay.
And then they go down in like finer grades, but the finer they get, the more they want to run off the panel.
And how long will that take to set?
Well, they're all activated, so they be put harder with them all, but temperature has an effect on it.
Oh, okay.
You can't just overcompensate with
putting more hardener in it,
because it just doesn't work that way. The heavy fill. That's like a first stage. We use it for. It sort of flows out. It's like self-leveling compound almost.
So that's the final.
That's the final skin, yeah.
Okay. So you go this on first,
yep.
then that, then that.
Yeah. And it's you can mix it by weight.
But how much? Yeah. So how much do you?
It's generally golf ball to pea.
Golf ball to pea.
Yeah.
Okay.
5 glass in there when we're done.
Luke very kindly put the filler, the body filler on, and obviously it's a 3-stage process. Now what he did say earlier was that if I can use heat, it will actually dry it out and set it easier. Modern filler isn't like old school filler where it will crack and stuff. This is really good stuff, and it's very, very flexible.
Rough.
What grit are you using at the minute?
This is an 80, mate. So go one way and then go the other way. That's the most effective way to cut it back quickly. Keep the block flat. When it's not critical, if you're doing a big repair on the side, you want it flat. But of course, yeah. Obviously here, just work it away. You'll take the highs off. You'll see the lows.
Okay.
Stop when you hit metal, because you can't sand metal. And then we'll just give it another skin.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yep. Ross and Luke very kindly offered me the use of one of their ramps, but Bearing in mind they were letting me use their materials, their workshop for free, I just said no, I'll just stick to the floor. But this is definitely a hard working job. You've really got to work to get this stuff looking good, you know? I suppose that's why it's an art. Yeah, definitely a physical job, but this is now stage 2, so this is like a slightly thinner filler. So the first stage is quite thick, the second stage is thinner, and then the third stage is just like a very light fine coat. This section in the bottom left corner, Ross very kindly patched that up for me very quickly with his welder. Actually, while I was out getting some pizzas, he cut it out and yeah, filled it up for me. Man's got skills. So why have you done it like that?
Give a soft edge. So when you prime up to it, the paint sort of flattens underneath it. If you just go brown hard edge,
You'll see the hard
you've
edge.
got to flat out a line, which you might see, especially for silver, because it's an absolute.
Did you manage to get much of that sort of? Yeah.
Yeah, there's still a little low there, but we can re-skim that before we paint it anyway.
Just a base layer of primer. This was to help with sort of just weathering, because I was going home that night. It was to help sort of keep the weather out and make it ready for tomorrow. And before anybody says anything, yes, I'm fully aware the wheels aren't masked up, but we did that because the wheels have got to be refurbed anyway, and we're not that worried. Not sure about this grey paint. Yeah, but look at that. Got to be happy with that, ain't you? I mean, obviously I did all the hard work, but you know.
Yeah, of course. Well, for a quickie, innit? Let's have a stone guard it and bit of painting.
The painting? Right, so we're back at Howard Brothers. We're on the Golf today, and we're going to get the paint laid on the car and get it hopefully looking a damn sight better than it did. So let's get stuck into it. One last flat off with like some super fine emery paper, and then we use degreaser to get the last bit of dust and grime off the surface before she goes in to the booth for some paint.
So you can dust it on, and then, like you say, depends how hard and bothered you want it to do that. If it's just one or two coats you want on it.
I don't know how many do we need to do on it.
If you're not going to see it, I'll just do a couple.
Just,
and then
yeah.
You can, if you go in with it, obviously it goes thicker. If you come out of it, you can dust it like. If we do it on outsides of cars, we'll what we call backmask it, and we'll backmask the whole car and just leave that bit bare.
So what bit? How hard do you want me to go at it?
Just so you can see a raised pattern, mate. If that's,
okay.
That's what you haven't got to go mad, because obviously without being rude, there's no benefit because you ain't going to see it. If it was outside of the car, then I'd say to you, then obviously.
Okay.
But yeah, just literally do that, mate. And then like I say, do that 2 or 3 times until it's like a uniform coat.
Yep. Okay, cool.
And again, if it blows up over here a little bit, it doesn't matter because you can
Turn it off.
not like that. So.
Yep.
Alright.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you, mate.
That's all right.
A quick coating of Stone Guard just to sort of protect the paint a bit more than it would have been without, basically, and try and return it to that OEM look as well.
Yeah, all good. And these are all the variants, you see. So 43% of what this system has used in its entirety has been the European variant of it. And all the rest are minimal from China's and Korea's and whatnot.
What Luke's actually doing here is he's doing the same things he did with the masking tape earlier, and he's producing like a soft edge. So he leaves the paper with a gap underneath it, and it allows an amount of paint to get underneath it, creating a softer edge and stopping it from being like just one big blur, one big sharp edge of paint, not a blur. Do you have like a specific gun that you like?
Well, there's a gun for primer, there's a gun for base coat.
But like, I mean, model.
Oh, I mean, industry standard is the Vilnius, because it does it well enough
Without breaking the bank?
without breaking the bank. And when they're still £350 each.
Fucking hell. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, but the good guns are like £1,500 each.
I still want to start singing the Ghostbusters theme song. I'd been joking all day that I felt like Luke looked like a Ghostbuster in his outfit. This aerosol can, it was really cool stuff actually. It was, Luke said it was used for creating a soft edge, and it basically helped the paint to sort of blend and make like a soft edge look. again, Luke was very cool, and he offered to just touch in the little stone chips. And the way he does it is, again, if you're not going to blow in the whole panel or paint the whole panel, an easy way to do it, he was saying, and it's not perfect by any means, but just use a paper clip and just drip the paint into it. I mean, come on, it looks so much better. I must admit, like, I couldn't get over how well that came out, given that was, 2 days of somebody with no experience, just, playing around. And I've got to thank Ross and Luke for all their help and everything they did for me over those 2 days. So, yeah, massively pleased and massively grateful. So if you enjoyed that episode, don't forget to do the like, share, subscribe. I'll be really grateful for any help. And if you need any paintwork doing, Ross and Luke at the Howard Brothers. See you in the next episode. Bye!